Oh my goodness, I'm Max Garcia. This is MWG Story Reviews, and today we are talking about a Quibi exclusive show, one of the best shows that they have on the platform, and that's When the Streetlights Go On. This is like a super quick high school murder mystery story that has this post-event narration by this character named Charlie. This whole show is set in like the 1990s, I'm pretty sure, so no smartphones. We're just on the verge of the internet getting the ball rolling. So Charlie is neighbors to these two sisters who also go to the same high school as he, named Becky and Chrissy. We find out right away that Chrissy and this teacher are having a kind of little love thing, and they both get murdered while doing so in a late night car. Charlie's the first one to discover this murder, and here we go get the ball rolling on all the characters. So Becky was Chrissy's sister, and of course, since her sister's now dead for a pretty much unknown reason, because we don't exactly know who the killer is, and we find out at the end, of course, who the killer is. And Becky's kind of lost. She doesn't really have anyone to love. She's not super outgoing. She kind of just keeps to herself. Kind of a little emo, a little dark, but she kind of has this little inside, a little bit of a love connection with Charlie that gets explored a little bit down the line. But there's this guy named Casper who's kind of like the prime suspect for this murder, and he kind of like targets out for Becky, for them to have a romantic relationship. So the prime suspect to the murder case of Becky's sister, they might end up dating. Interesting philosophy there. We also have this guy named Brad, who was also past Chrissy's boyfriend. I don't really like this dude, the classic jock. While Casper is this guy who's doing a bunch of drugs and weed. He's in this boy band, not the best in grade school, super laid back, chill all the time, is willing to fight about any issue that means a lot to him. And over time, Casper becomes more of a likable character because he really does fight for what he believes, and he really takes that to heart. When on this Halloween night, he almost kills Brad, and Brad is left permanently damaged. And Charlie is this journalist who's kind of like makes the school's newspaper, and he really cares about the story. He cares about the story of this murder case so much that he goes super in depth on a little report on the murder case for his school. And at the end of the show, we learn that not only does Becky and Charlie rekindle their relationship, and they actually end up kissing, and they also shared books, which is like kind of like this time without smartphones when we just shared books. I mean, I wasn't alive then, but it's not a bad life to live. So we find out at the very end who the killer was, and it was this psychopath dentist neighbor, and how Becky died by the same psychopath, where both sisters end up dying, is that the psychopath said, "Oh, come inside. My daughter's going off to college, so I was just figuring to get rid of some of her stuff." And then she died in silence. So the parents, pretty sad. So I'm going to give When the Streetlights Go On an 8.1. Made me think, what happens if I was kissing someone in a car and a murder person came up with a gun? I would like to say I'd probably run for my life or fight, but would I just listen to his commands? I don't know. It's a very interesting scenario that I hope I never get into. Thank you for watching. Make sure you bless and peace out.